The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 223 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is slightly cheaper than its V1, the original counterpart, and it is the If an Octopus Kavam V2 version 2 playing cards from Dan and Dave. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the If an Octopus Kavam V2 playing cards, and that kind of like gray, the matte, the matte gray kind of finish tuck box there with a little bit of kind of gradient. And on the front, you got If an Octopus Kapalm in that like gold foiling, and it is slightly embossed, so you can feel the texture of the letters. Then you got that octopus in the background with all those arms, and then all the cards in his hand. And on the side, it's nothing on that side, nothing on the other side. And then on the bottom, you just got some little bit of gold foiling for the Dan and Dave logo, and that also is embossed, so you can slightly feel that. So pretty much a minimalistic tuck box. And then on the back of the tuck box, you got a little cutout window there with a little white border going around, and you can see some of a little bit of the back design there. So a little sneak peek of that back design because I can move the cards there. So there's a little window, and on the top, there's nothing there. On the inner tuck flap, it just has a little bit of corporate information there, copyright information. These are from 2020. Then on the inner tuck flaps, it's just that kind of gray colorway. If I take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, it's that kind of like white or off-white kind of colorway. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design. Here we have a one-way back design with the standard white border going around, and it has like that kind of like brownish, kind of tannish, olive green kind of background color with a black kind of like stitched or kind of some kind of like weave kind of pattern there on the top there, and it is a one-way back design, one way. But it's kind of like a minimalist kind of one way because you can definitely tell it's a one way, but at the same time, if you're just like using them, then it's not a terrible one way back design. It's actually a pretty nice one way back design because you flip it over. The design is obviously upside down, but it's not like overly noticeable when you actually just playing around, so it's not that bad. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we have like the first kind of Joker in the deck. It's just that kind of like you kind of got that kind of rustic kind of back design pattern there. And then you got the Dan and Dave logo right there in the middle in that black colorway. You got kind of just pretty much the front of the tuck box, but without the If an Octopus Kapalm lettering. It's just the octopus little kind of like art card here as like the second Joker. And then for the slightly not so custom Ace of Spades there, it's just a standard Ace of Spades. There's a big spade there in the middle. And at the bottom it says the D&D Playing Card Company. And then for the rest of the cards, they're pretty much just like a standard like deck of cards. There's not really anything overly custom about it other than the back design. But then we get to the court cards with Jack, the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. Standard court cards, so the court cards are still standard, just in a more mute kind of colorway. These look the same colors, just more like a mute, and they're not as vibrant as the regular kind of colorway. And the same things for like the diamonds, they're like more mute, kind of like softer color. They're not as like bright and vibrant as the red. It's more of a softer kind of red. And then the court cards are the same thing, softer kind of colors. It's still fully standard. And the clubs are standard as well. You just got the normal clubs. And then for the hearts, same thing. You got that kind of more muted kind of color, like the softer colors, not as vibrant for the court cards. And for the rest of the hearts. And then for the last two cards in the deck, you got a blank face. And you got a double backer of the back design. And now that we took a look at the cards, we can test the handling. These are also made by a nice company, so they should handle pretty nice. But we're going to test them out. So we'll start with the springs. And the springs are pretty flexible. Like they're not overly stiff. And they're nice and smooth. Now on to the fans. As you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's not like overly stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. But if there is any stickiness, like these cards are, I have definitely shoveled these a little bit in the past. They are slightly more broken in, but still pretty nice. Now on to the Pharaoh. You got a super smooth Pharaoh there, and they interlocked them flawlessly. Now for that giant fan of that back design. Now for the reverse Pharaoh. And they still went together pretty smoothly, just not as smooth. They'd be slightly pushed together because they did stick a little bit, but now for a giant fan of the faces. Now for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Three flawless riffles in a row, so no issues there. They feel nice and smooth and consistent. So nothing crazy there, just normal riffles. Now for the pack of cuts. Well, other than those few that just went flying, the pack of cuts felt pretty nice and smooth. And they didn't feel overly slippery when doing the pack of cuts. Stayed packeted together, which is good for pack of cuts. Now on to the one-handed cut or Shirley cut. Now on to the dribble. Pretty standard feeling dribble, so no issues there. Now onto that spread fan, and without dropping them all. As you can see, the cards are still definitely slippery from time to time. And now, lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, like I say, it's a pretty simplistic deck overall. You got that nice, elegant back design with that kind of brownish tan colorway with like the black lines there, like the weave pattern, which is pretty nice. I really like that back design. And then you got the fully like they're pretty standard cards, just a slightly changed up colorway for the red cards and the quick cards. And then you got that elegantly super minimalistic tuck box, so you got the design on the front of it, the octopus and the logo there. But then the rest of the tuck box is minimalistic. Then you got the window there, which is unique because you don't really see too many cutout windows in decks of cards. And there's no seal, which I didn't mention earlier. Overall, pretty stylish and minimalistic design there. Really nice. And then you just seen the handling. It's handled fantastic. No issues there. I found no issues with the handling, where everything was pretty smooth and flawless there. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 223 of your daily deck review. And this has been the If an Octopus Kapalm V2 version 2 playing cards from Dan and Dave. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.